Yes! She was the lovable lady from Long Island who answered the fan mail for one very popular drink. Do you remember these commercials?
Hello from Snapple. Today's letter is from Nancy Lambert. Her dog Shane can be asleep in the back bedroom, but if you open his Snapple, she comes running.
Hi, an eligible Snapple fan from Wisconsin writes, I take sudden glances at this girl while I drink bottles of Passion Supreme soda, but I can't find the nerve to talk to her. Can you please help?
Hi from Snapple. We got a letter here from Dirk MacGyver. Your iced tea is the best I have ever tasted. I am not lying when I say this. We'll see about that.
Yes! Please welcome to the show, Wendy Kaufman.
Yay!
She's great!
Hello! It's such a pleasure. You didn't forget me. It's been 30 years.
You're unforgettable, Wendy. You look fabulous. Well, she looks exactly the same. Yeah.
So you know what? I tell everybody by the time I die, I'm not going to look better.
Get out there.
Wendy, I have a question because I didn't know this before this, but you were an actual Snapple employee before you started filming these commercials. But, and kind of a turn here, that job came at a really difficult time in your life. Do you mind just sharing a little bit about what was happening for you?
It's like Sobriety Thursday. I'm like laughing. So anyway, you know, I grew up in the 80s, so I too was a cocaine addict. And I was working in my family business, and they told me that I had to get out of my family business, tough love. And one of the owners of Snapple knew me. He was like a surrogate father, and there was a rule at Snapple, no friends, no family, and he talked to everybody, and he cleared it for me, and it became my sober job. But I just got to let you know that I turned him down 2 times before he took me on, but he told me, I'm only paying you $20,000 a year, so you're going to have to work for it. And that made me feel really good about this job.
You earned it. You earned it.
This is such an incredible story because you started to notice the fan mail coming into the Snapple building, but no one was paying attention to it but you. So why did you start answering them?
It's like Tori. It's like me. It's like me.
We were growing so crazily at the time, and I knew, you know, from rehab, you know, I had gone away for 28 days. It became a 10-month ordeal, and they told me specifically, the best place for you to be, Wendy, is out of your own head.
Right.
So when these letters started to come in, I realized it could be a vehicle for me to do good for others and to get normal and healthier and to be a kinder, better person. And, you know, my boss said, you know what, if that's something that you want to do, I didn't grow up with computers. I'm too old for that. So they sent me back to school, and I started to answer everybody who wrote to us. And it was unbelievable because it became community stuff. It became sponsorships into great things. And you know what? Like, I just remember so vividly looking in the mirror, like after about a year of sobriety. And this is back at about 1989, 1990. And I just remember looking at myself in the mirror and seeing finally the sparkle in my eye. And I started to cry, and I just said, I am never going back. And they believed in me more than I believed in myself, but it's going to be 33 years for me. So I'm pretty damn proud.
Wendy, first of all, the fact that you just speak so positively and candidly about your addiction story and your journey and your success is breaking barriers, and I'm hoping that someone at home, and I know someone at home, is receiving that. So thank you. You were talking about all these letters you guys were receiving. I just want our viewers to understand, by year 3 of filming, you were receiving 3,000 letters a week.
Okay.
What are some of the craziest ones?
First of all, it was such a nutty time because if you think about it, it's before social media. Yeah. So I'm getting 3,000 stamped letters a week, you know, and some of the crazy ones, like one of my favorites, I was never invited to the prom. My best friend ended up taking me, but I was invited to a prom, and there was no damn way that I wasn't going to the prom. And I actually went with the Today Show filming because it was going to be recorded that I didn't care that I was 33 years old, but I was going to the prom. That was one of them. And one of my favorites was a guy sent me a picture off of a pier, a wooden pier, and he's naked. And I wrote him back to cover up when he could get a splinter in his penis. So,
But Wendy, I got to ask you this because we're running out of time. But after these commercials, we really didn't see you. We've been talking for just a couple minutes. I want to see more of you.
Me too.
What have you been doing, and why aren't you on TV more?
it's so nice of you. I was not an actress, so I didn't really care. I did my job. I wasn't like looking for fame and fortune. I was in my 50s when all this started to happen, and my parents started to get sick. Aww. So unfortunately for me, my father had Parkinson's and dementia. My mother got depressed, and I started to travel to Florida as the oldest child to be there and to help them. And I also have to tell you, in 2009, I had a home in the Berkshires and it burned down from a storm that we had. So I was busy getting my life in order, my parents' life in order, and I have been toying with a book because I do have an incredible story.
You got to write a book. I'm telling you, you have to start a podcast. We're out of time, but I'm telling you, I'll help you out. I won't, but I'll give you the idea.
My life in ounces.
I think you're fantastic.
Wendy, we appreciate you. It's so good to see your face. Thanks so much for today. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Bye.
Snapple Pod.
Thank you.
So fun.
Snapple Cat Podcast.